Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining our Chan class for American schedule. You know, you probably noticed by now we have two classes on the weekends. Friday night's class for Asian time and Saturday morning class for U.S. time. That's how important it is. It's a very important tool for helping you. In what way? And when you practice Chan, it's like you build up your qi. Okay? Qi, your life energy. Thank you. What is this life energy for? It's like the gasoline you use in your car. Okay? I'm against EVs anyway. So I'm more interested in gasoline. Although I would buy a Tesla when it gets very cheap. Just to drive around town. Hopefully with Musk's decreasing popularity, more people would like to dump Teslas. We buy them for cheap. Okay, never mind. I get easily distracted, as you noticed. Anyway, so the qi is what builds up when you meditate. Every single time you meditate, your qi builds up. And the qi is like your gasoline. Your body needs the qi to function properly, very much like an ice engine needs gasoline to operate. Okay? Furthermore, and this is what we emphasize when we teach Chan, is when you improve, your qi flows stronger. Therefore, you can run more efficiently, you can run faster, you can run further. What's the analogy for gasoline? I have no idea. This is as technical as I can get. Help me out. Lucky we have a gasoline man here. Yeah. Okay? It's like now, instead of using regular unleaded, we put in premium. Okay? And that's what happens when your qi increases. Because of your concentration increases, that's what happens to your body. It becomes more efficient, it lasts longer, you get your increased endurance, you become, more importantly, wiser. Believe it or not. So it's very useful for old people like us, G.I. Joe. When we get older, the body gets older, but it doesn't matter. It's like the car engine. It may be the same engine, but we put in better gasoline. So it runs faster and better than before. You see that? So there's a real advantage in Chan meditation for everyone. Not just old people, but young people as well. Okay? As I said, young people, you practice meditation to make yourself wiser and increase your blessings. You know, every time you meditate, you do Chan, your blessings increase. It's like you're getting richer spiritually, which someday will translate into money. Sooner than later, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait. And on the other hand, I notice that some of my nuns at DTT are probably in the kitchen or hiding somewhere. Hopefully it's in the kitchen, okay? Helping us meditate, supporting our meditation. And the Asians know that. Yeah. The Chan temples had a lot of support because they know if they support the people who practice Chan, when those people increase the blessings, they have a share of the blessings. It's really, this is why the Asians are very, very smart. They have a few tricks up their sleeves. Yeah, they may not be meditating as hard as we do, but when they support our practices, they have a share of our gains. Okay? Like swaps. Never mind. It's too complicated to explain to you girls. Swap is a financial instrument. Now I go from automobile to money. Okay? So anyway, it's a great thing for you. Trust me. You have to meditate. You all should meditate. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. It's very, very good for you. In particular, if you are willing to undergo our training process, you'll be discovering something. That's kind of cool. And that you like yourself more than before, and more, and more, and more. You know, I love music, and now we switch to music. Is that okay? Yesterday, for some reason, I went on YouTube Music. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just I have a lot of false thoughts like you. Okay, too much forward thinking, probably. So I went on music, and then the song I like, "Alone Again." Anyone? Gilbert O'Sullivan. You guys are so... You don't appreciate music, good music? What's the matter with you? Okay, "Alone Again." Okay, it's a song that made him famous like in the, I don't know, 70s, 80s. I'm a little bit before you born, honey. What year was that? Gilbert O'Sullivan. He looked it up. Thank you, Jesse. At least we have a music person here. We're cultured after all. Anyway, this guy here had this song, "Alone Again," okay? And I listened to it long time ago, in the 70s, 80s. I loved it. I didn't know why I loved it so much. You know, "Alone Again." What does the song tell you? The guy is depressed. Isn't it clear? When you're depressed, you don't want to see anyone. You don't want to talk to anyone. You look at everyone, leave me alone. Okay? And that's what happens. So when it's, so I saw him, and when you're depressed, you listen to his song, it's like it strikes a chord with you, and you kind of identify with that. You know, he's bitching and moaning about how life is so different, and it's so sad. His mother's life is so sad as well. She wondered why the only man she loved so much in her entire life, that God would take him away from her. She couldn't understand it, and so forth. And so that's what happens to depressed people. They keep on complaining about this, complaining about that, and on and on. And then, as I was looking, I didn't like the next song on YouTube Music. I look up, what's next song, whatever, and I saw a song of his when he sang about recently. Okay? So when he's a lot older now, with gray hair and look like more content, okay? Because of his success, Now when he sings, he has the entire orchestra behind him and girls doing the backup music, that kind of thing. Before he's singing by himself with piano. Now it's the entire orchestra, okay? So his success, okay? Look, listen to him, and the guy is still depressed like hell. That's what happens to you. You lived your entire life like that. You're so used to it. And now he's just weaker. He's just as depressed, but he doesn't complain as vocally. Oh my God. Naturally. Okay? So it's amazing how people can live like that their entire lives. And they're used to it. I submit to you, you practice Chan, you may be depressed, but you'll be less and less depressed if you do it right. And then, on the other hand, you also like yourself more and more and more. And this is what people, especially Americans, fail to understand. Okay? If you don't like yourself, who's going to like you? Look, isn't that logical to you? And look yourself, I'm so depressed. How can anyone would want to be near you? Okay? So fundamentally, we need to do things so that we like ourselves more than before. And that's what happens with Chan, by the way. Okay? You practice Chan, I promise you, you like yourself a little bit more and more and more. Every time you improve, you like yourself more. Shh. Okay? It's worth it. Any questions? Jung, what do I have to say? I know you for over 20 years now. Do you like yourself more? Hey, folks, before he answers, do you like him more or not? Go ahead, Jung, while they're thinking about it.
Amitabha Master. Yeah, I think...
Look at that. This is like speaking forcibly. Being forced into agreeing with Master.
The health is still good, and I think it's in the right place, and I just follow the schedule. I think it's looking good so far. I like myself more.
Thank you. It takes so long to wrestle it out of him. You see, it's so cooperative. Yes, 3. Thank you. And we go back to go forward to ask the rest of the people there whether they like him more or not. Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. Master mentioned about the music. That's why I want to ask about the music. Before I didn't, since I met the Master and I only listened to the Master Dharma talk, I stopped listening music. But nowadays I'm trying to listen to YouTube music, and I feel more listening music, my heart is getting bigger, something like that. I feel I have more compassion. And
you like it more or less, the music?
More.
You like it more? Oh, bad girl.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering, is my confusion or delusion? I kind of feel like right now I'm enjoying the music listening. Before I stopped listening music. So am I wrong right now?
No, you're not wrong. I feel, I started the same way. I learned it from a Chinese. And the Chinese said, don't listen to music. So I gave up all my music, just like you did. And I regretted it. For all these years, I've been repressing the urge to listen to music and listen to music and listen to music. And one day I woke up and said, what the hey? I'm too old. If I don't enjoy myself, I don't like myself, who's going to like me? So anyway, so I started listening a little bit more, that's all. The reason that we taught not to listen to music is because the one thing that happens to us when you meditate. I don't know if you noticed that. When I first started meditation, I would meditate and all the songs I loved would pop up in my mind. I wasn't thinking. I was simply listening to music while I was meditating. Say, hello again, naturally. I was depressed while meditating, mind you. Okay, so anyway, so the reason that when you first started, as professionals, we are professional meditation practitioners. We are taught not to listen to music because it creates a lot of false thinking in our heads. Because the music has a way of enrapturing us and make us become more attached. Okay, so meditation, when you first start out the practice, you learn the fundamentals of letting go. So even though it's a temporary thing, okay, I assure you, because first of all, we need to teach you how to let go of things that have a way of confusing you and entrapping you, and you never realized it. Okay, look at Jesse, for example. Jesse is really into music. Okay, and that's why if he keeps on doing music, he'll be falling behind while we're moving ahead faster than he does. I'm making the prediction already. I predict. Just kidding. And so the point being that meditation, when you first start to meditate, you will follow these certain instructions where they're designed to help you identify and insulate you from things that have a way of getting you hooked. So music is one. Agree? Very commonplace. Music. Okay. What else? That's all I can think of. It doesn't matter. Okay? So that's why. But after a while, okay, so you learn what you're doing there, you learn to drop it. You first suppress it, repress it, and deprive yourself. And once you understand, once you are able to drop it, okay, it's a very important skill. If you're able to drop the things that are important to you, then it's much easier for you to drop things that are not important to you. You see that? That's how you develop the skills faster. Got it? But eventually, once you have wisdom, you're free to do. You have a lot more freedom. Okay? Because once, even if I listen to music nowadays, I like it and I can drop it just like that as well. Okay? So that's what people call me, two-faced. I love you. No, I don't. As soon as I like you, immediately I say, I drop it. I don't like you anymore. But I don't say it, that's all. Yes, 6.
What about movies? Because turn on a movie, here, there goes 2 hours.
You're right. Okay, you got me. I never drop movies. We don't have to drop them all. Come on. How did you know? My little secret, dirty secret. Okay, you see, the point is it's a training. If you undergo it, you develop the skill. It's not that, that rigid. Like the Asians, when they practice Chan, you don't drop movies, I will cut your, I will cut your finger off. Or if you're Japanese, I stick some bamboo thing, under your fingernail. Come on, that's extreme. Anyone else? 5.
Thank you, Master. Heidi has a question for you. Amitofo, Master.
Amitofo. Yeah.
Is it okay to listen to Dharma talks or Sutra lectures anywhere?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know what Heidi lives for. I mean, I would never listen to myself. But if it turns you on, why not? Yes, too.
Master, so it's been around maybe a couple of weeks that I have been noticing people put much excuses. It seems like people are very expressive now because of social media. And I was thinking, like, what is the issue behind it? And
examples.
Like
specifics.
Excusing somebody else's behaviors, even though the other person is.
Oh, here we go again.
and then I realized that I say, why will people resort so much to excuse someone else, or then eventually went to excusing themselves. And then I say, okay, maybe all this is trying to tell me something as well. And I say, why would I excuse myself so much? And then I realize I excuse myself too. And I'm trying to see when I do that, and because I find it, I'm seeing it, actually realizing how disgusting it is, and because of that, I'm trying to get rid of that, and something tells me I have to just be brave, and when something comes, accept the karma, the consequences, or rather than resorting to that, because I'm finding it very disgusting.
Yeah, so disgusting. Too much thinking. What is the matter with you? Don't think so much. Your practice is very simple. You're busy and you're under a lot of stress. Okay, so what you do is look at your strong emotions. Embrace it. You don't need any other reason except you want to embrace it. Because you're able to embrace your enemy, the people you loathe. That's cultivation. The Chan we're teaching you is only techniques, okay? Crossing legs and so forth and so forth. Those are to help you build the foundations. But ultimately, Chan is up here. How to live your life better. And stop blaming others. You have to learn to embrace them. And what's the advantage? I'll give you an example. If you encounter Cinderella, is it worthwhile for us to embrace Cinderella in all her wonders, that dirty and smelly? she doesn't understand English and she finds me funny already. Something wrong with me, clearly. You cannot speak Dharma this way, okay? But when you embrace Cinderella, you'll be first in line when she becomes a princess. Got it? Yeah? Okay. 3 bows.
Thank you, Master.
Does it help?
Yes.
Stop blaming others. I know it's revolting sometimes. Some people pretty revolting and so forth. Part of cultivation is to endure it. Stop blaming others. You're manic.
Well, the part is that I also saw it in myself, and it's like, oh, and then I wanna like a hot potato. Oh no, and I say, I gotta maybe pay attention on that too. So,
You have to embrace people, okay? And that's how you find peace within yourself. They are who they are. They do what they do. It's up to us to choose not to be afflicted. If we are afflicted, it's our fault. It's no one else's. Wake up. Okay? That's how you can live in peace with everyone, everywhere, every time. Every. Does it help? Okay. Anyone else?
Thank you, Master.
Okay, go for it. Do you like him more or not? You think I forgot? No, okay, I heard you. Is that what you meant?
I like myself a little more.
No, I'm asking about the other guy. No, you. Do you like the other guy more? I finally, after 20 years, about a month ago, as he was talking on and on during lunch, I said, "You're radical." I said, "Whoop."
Yeah, I don't know that because of the environment, but with our president, then now I'm like myself much more.
Ouch! He's rubbing it in.
Yeah. I also like to play music and listen to music nowadays, which I haven't done for a long time, and I enjoy it. Yeah.
I think we give up music from now on. Be yourself. Don't worry about it. Come on, guys. Live your life. Be yourself. Okay? That is it. That is. Just be happy. Doesn't matter. People will eventually, tune in to you. Yes, 6. Thank you.
Good morning, Master. Since we're talking about personal likenesses and preferences, I've realized here lately that when Buddha proclaimed that this is the desire realm, the existence that we're in now, it permeates and impresses on us, especially in this part of the world where people live a life that's pretty free and defiant and full of free choices. Mm-hmm. Desire
lots
really
of freedom here.
Affects us, everybody. Mm-hmm. It seems like they want to live, they want to love, they want to hate, all based on desire.
Isn't it fantastic? Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
Well, it's both. But once again, the middle way should be observed.
The middle way. I see. I'm for more liking it. Okay? It's a good thing. I think people should feel free. And this is really, as you're right, I agree with you totally. This is the place where you have the most freedom. In particular, personally, I'm so grateful that we have a system where the church is separated from the state. It is such a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, anyone else? Okay, enough gabbing. Yes, there's a hand here in Wei Mao. 9.
Yes,
9
Master.
means number 9, not no. Go ahead.
Thank you. I had a question about the worldly meditation teacher I came across. I was curious about whether it could be useful to look at some of those teachings. His name is Joe Dispenza. He's I guess his background, he was hit by a car when he was in his 20s and then managed to reconstruct his broken vertebrae just through visualizing them over a few months. Because he was told he needed rods inserted in his back and he didn't want to do that. And he was a chiropractor, so he just went through and visualized and was able to heal his back. Now he's this sort of super popular guru. He seems to get a lot of responses and is able to teach people. And it's obviously very worldly in many aspects of just focusing on healing or even just people getting what they want. But then there's a lot of interesting information about how the brain works, or how you his idea is that you have your brain and your body running these subconscious programs, and most of it is automatic. And I could kind of relate to that. A lot of, say if I want to become, more grateful or work on certain character traits, a lot of it is kind of automatic and not accessible to me. But then he talks about ways to sort of get into your subconscious programming and try to make improvements or changes to your personality. Is there any of that can be useful, or is this kind of counterproductive to look at?
You're asking me about my competition? And you expect me to give you an honest answer? Seriously? I'm biased. Haven't you figured it out? I criticize my peers constantly, as recently as last night. So what do you want from me? No. It's no good. It's nonsense. Crap. Good thing we erase the name, okay? Edit out the name. I don't mean to be mean to people. I'm mean, but I don't mean to be mean. It's such an inferior Dharma. Chan is light years ahead of that. We don't teach you because your level is too low. Here's what happens. Be very careful when you practice Chan. You practice Chan with seeking benefits. You're limiting your Chan practice. You see, I've been teaching Chan for 20 years. Do I ever tell you that you should learn to fly? You should learn to look at people's past? Huh? Should you open your eyes and look into the heavens, look down to the hells? I gave you the techniques, but I never told you how to use them. Why not? Because it will limit your results. You're just so confused. After 20 years, you still don't get it. If you practice Chan and be greedy, you're limiting yourself because your goal is too low. Way too low. These people, the externalists, the non-Buddhist practitioners, they have a little bit of results, tiny, tiny results, and they brag about it. What's a big deal? You practice Chan, like my peers. And then they talk about healing. And this guy talked about healing. I'd be impressed if he can heal a brain tumor. You're not going to impress me with a little vertebrae here, vertebrae there, and a little bit healing there, healing there. You can do Qigong. I assure you, you do Qigong is far better practice than his meditation. Far better. Or you practice Tai Chi, you can walk on the wall like this. That's Kung Fu. Bet you can't do that. But even if you walk on walls like this, you only walk for so much and you have to fall down. And you have to fall down. See, the limits. Say they shoot for this to impress you, and then eventually they run to the limit of that practice, they need to go down. Whereas here, Chan practitioners, okay, like Master Thichvinhhoausa, he can fly. Because he's not greedy for it. Got it? Flying is such a small thing. Anyway, go pursue it if you're interested. To the rest of us, it's a total waste of time. Chan is never meant for you to develop skills, to impress others, like brag about it. There's no wisdom in there. Finally, the Chan that impresses me is that what I've been asking of my peers. You understand Chan? Chan is what for? Chan is the most important tool in Buddhism to help you develop skills. I mean concentration power. I mean wisdom. I ask you, if your Chan practice, how many people have you taught, have you trained to develop their concentration, to develop their wisdom? You can't lie about it. You can't fake about it. You can't brag about it. That's real Chan. Not this thing I can heal people, I can do this, I can do that. Who gives a darn about those things? It's so small, so insignificant. I don't know how you got into that kind of... You're totally confused. It's just a waste of time. But go pursue it. I think, actually, you could go there and live with them for a few years. They'd love it and learn all those tricks. Yeah?
I guess I didn't at all mean it as a replacement for Chan, but I thought it could be of some help to just, say, making certain improvements to, like, we're trying to become better people, and if we can kind of hijack some of that method can, focus on, say, letting go of some resentment patterns, or...
You're making excuses. If it were effective, would have taught you already. We don't bother teaching you because it's a dead end. I don't do dead ends. I'm not interested in dead ends. Why? I look at you, I see so much potential that can be mined, can be harvested. Why would I limit your potential? I would hate myself if I were to do that for the sake of profit, for the sake of fame. Yeah. If I kiss up to you and I please you and impress you, yeah, I'm sure that the temple will fill up and we'll be busy day and night, but we were not interested in that. We want you. My blessings come from your attainment, not from having 10,000 mosquitoes. I want the white elephants. One elephant is worth a lot more than 100,000 mosquitoes or flies. Okay? Anyone else? Yes, 5. Oh, today it looked like we were gapping instead of learning real things.
Thank you, Master. You have a comment here from Robin Sandalwood. Amitabha, Master, I want to share that in my practice, certain thoughts sometimes arise. I do my best to let them go, but later I sometimes contemplate them, and if I remember, I used to think of myself as much more open-minded and humble, but I've become to see that these subtleties of prejudice and egotism are deep within. So thank you so much for encouraging us. And also, I think when you called us idiots last night...
I did? Did I do that?
I think it's one of your favorite words.
No, it's a false thought. Don't take me literally. I false think a lot.
It reminds us...
Unhappy.
Oh.
Very unhappy.
Oh, my.
Deep down. Because your level is too low. Continue.
Also, I think that when you called us idiots last night, it reminds us to stay humble.
I can explain that. Oh, I don't know. Not necessarily. I have a temper, and I can't control myself. The history of depression, you wouldn't believe it. I used to be so depressed. Yeah, and you sort of get used to it. You accept that's how you look at life, is that, what's a big deal? And you find distractions only. That's all you can do. People find distraction by getting up and when they're depressed, putting on running shoes and go jogging. It helps. Go to the gym and so forth. When we're depressed, we want to feel better. What do? Meditate. You remember? You like yourself more when you meditate, naturally. Okay? And that's how you improve the quality of your life. You like yourself more. And other people will catch on eventually. It's what I notice. And when you meditate, I see you improve. I don't say anything, but eventually your husband catches on, your daughter catches on, say, wow, you're cool. I like to be like you. What did you do? And you say, oh, it's a new foundation from Korea. Be humble, be discreet. Don't brag about it. Don't say that I learned from Thomas's, meditation teacher, whatever, Don't talk about it. People who brag about it are after your money and love. Okay? Be careful. Because I speak from experience, because I'm very selective. When I look for a meditation teacher, I chose masteryonghua because he never bragged about himself. Never, ever. In contrast, he said, I'm an ant. I'm lower than you. You should be, you higher, it's okay to step on me. That's how teachers cultivate, by the way, allowing you to trample on them. You see, they don't brag about themselves. They don't brag about their achievements. It's never about themselves. It's about you. And if we, and I'm very cautious about it, because when we tell you too much, I'm concerned about two things. Number one, you become greedy. You want more and more. Okay, that will limit your progress as well. And number two, your ego becomes bigger. That's counter to the objective of meditation. You know why you like yourself more? Contrary to popular belief, you like yourself more because your ego shrinks you more. You find yourself more adorable. Because the ego, again, diminishes. Believe it or not, you judge yourself. When your ego inflates, you're kind of telling yourself, I'm not sure about this. I don't think I like myself. I'm that way. Asked Jung's president, does he like himself? Hell no. Okay? If your ego, I repeat for you, if you keep on inflating your ego, you only dislike yourself more and more. That's all you do. The secret of the magic potion is to reduce your ego. That's what Chan does, not inflate it. You learn meditation, you learn tantric practices, you learn Pureland, you learn whatever you learn, and if your ego becomes bigger, you're on the wrong tracks, folks. And this is probably the most important thing I want to share with you today, aside all jokes and all, BS aside. That's very important. Okay? Watch out, whatever you do. If your ego is inflated, you are getting in trouble. Ordinary people don't realize it. I challenge you to look at all those people that became so-called successful, richer, more famous, and so forth. Look at that. My favorite punching bag, Elon. You think he's happy? The only thing he's good at is what? You know it. What is it? Thank you. You got it. I admire him for having 14 babies. My quota is 4. He exceeded by 10. It's so impressive. Other than that, he hates himself, let me tell you. That's why he has to use drugs. Why would you need this? Why do you need drugs when you like yourself? You really like yourself. Do you need drugs? If you really like yourself, you will not like yourself when you are taking drugs. Agree? You don't need drugs to like yourself. You don't need alcohol to like yourself. You don't need praises to like yourself. You don't need money to like yourself. Boy, I'm getting serious. This is terrible. It started so pleasant, fun. Now it's like personal attack. See, that's a middle way. And anything else? Okay, it's not enough time to go into, serious discussion about wisdom, like a song of enlightenment, Nothing? Then we can have an early lunch. Okay, we stop here today. Thank you, everyone. Let's go have lunch. They're going to complain that we finished too early. Yeah. Oh, I see. You available? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's available. You going to? Yeah. He's going to the Love Boat. Why not? Enjoy yourself. Have fun, huh? Yeah. Love Hotel, I don't know.